first experience I chronicled in my last book before getting a job as a writer on the HBO comedy Silicon Valley. Today, I have returned to the setting of that show, which, while a real place, is also a state of mind. Not for fun, but for research. For the last years, I've made it my mission to speak to as many people as I can to better understand the modern workplace and why work today seems to make so many people unhappy. My theory is that at least some of the unhappiness at work comes from being herded into silly workshops where people are fed a bunch of touchy-feely nonsense about self-improvement and transformation. That's how I've come to be on this coffee date. Julia makes a living running the weirdest kind of corporate workshops I've heard about so far. In Julia's workshops, she asks people, office workers like I once was, to play with Legos. This is an actual thing now, and the people who teach this take it very seriously. The methodology is called Lego Serious Play, and Julia is one of thousands of people who have become certified to run LSP workshops. Huge companies, including Unilever, Johnson & Johnson, and Google, have embraced it. When I first heard about Lego workshops, I thought someone was pulling my leg. I was talking to a corporate trainer, I'll call him Edward, who said, "You should talk to some of my friends who are certified in Legos." "Excuse me?" I said. "I'm serious," he said. He insisted that Lego training really helps people get better at their jobs. "It's powerful," Edward said. "The Legos are a prop. They help get people to talk about how they feel about things, unfiltered. It's like kids who have been abused and they talk through a doll. People talk through their Legos." Oh, dear God. I closed my eyes and pictured a bunch of poor Jims and Pams talking through their Legos, pouring their hearts out to a team of New Age quacks. This could be either the worst thing or the best thing I might ever see in my entire life, maybe both. Edward gave me a name and a number. Soon I was talking to one of the top Lego trainers in the world, a man who lives in Southern California. He put me in touch with Julia, who lives in Silicon Valley, a few miles from where I'm staying. I'm a little disappointed because I came here expecting, and actually half hoping, to meet a complete nut job or a shyster. Unfortunately, Julia appears to be neither. She's very bright and really sincere. She has a master's degree in engineering and spent 2 decades writing software inside some serious organizations. Moreover, I really like her. I don't want to make fun of her. And yet, here we are in a coffee shop playing with Legos. "It gets people talking," Julia says. She tells me about the brain science that supposedly explains how Lego Serious Play works. There is, in fact, a body of scholarly-looking research around LSP, discussing things like the cerebral cortex and the limbic system. Julia says LSP is especially useful with software programmers, who tend to be introverts, because it creates a safe space where they can talk. Lego workshops also help Type A top executives stop being such overbearing assholes, and can even be a catalyst for changing an entire organization, she claims. I can see why HR departments go nuts for this. HR people used to be glorified office managers, but now they get MBAs and are called chief people officers. They talk about being strategic talent managers who drive corporate transformation and are building the workforce of the future. They're suckers for pop neuroscience, and though most wouldn't know an amygdala from an anal wart, they will jump on anything that they think can rewire the brain circuitry of their employees. Lego Serious Play promises to do just that, and comes wrapped in just enough scientific-sounding literature to make it seem legitimate. To me, these sessions sound like a waking nightmare, like a cross between an EST seminar and group therapy, with the added insult of toys. Julia swears it's not like that. Sure, at first, some people are pretty skeptical, but they're quickly won over. In just the past few years, LSP has become a booming industry. There are LSP consultancies and LSP conferences. People write LSP books.